You know, your body is this masterpiece of engineering, and it's constantly working behind the scenes to keep you alive. And honestly, most of this work goes completely unnoticed. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most incredible systems you have, your own personal thermostat. Let's dive into how this amazing internal control system actually works. It all comes down to this one single magic number, 37 degrees Celsius. That's about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And this isn't just some random number. It's the precise temperature your body is fighting tooth and nail to maintain every single second of every single day. So why all the fuss? I mean, what's the big deal about 1 degree here or there? What makes this exact temperature so absolutely critical for us to survive? Well, the answer is all about these tiny little things called enzymes. Think of them as the microscopic workers that run pretty much every chemical reaction in your body. And they're picky. 37 degrees Celsius is their Goldilocks zone. It's just right. If your internal temperature climbs even a little bit, these essential enzymes start to break down or denature, and they just stop working. The stakes here are literally life and death. This whole process, this incredible balancing act, actually has a name: homeostasis. It's this fundamental biological principle of keeping your internal world stable and constant, no matter what's going on outside. And it's not just about temperature. We're talking blood pressure, water levels, the whole shebang. It's your body's ultimate survival skill. So how on earth does your body manage all this? Well, it has this super sophisticated control center, a built-in thermostat that's basically made up of your brain and your biggest organ, your skin. Okay, let's take a closer look at what's going on just below the surface. Your skin isn't just a simple covering. It's a high-tech sensor grid. See these little temperature receptors here? They're constantly detecting heat and cold. And right below them, you've got this whole network of tiny blood vessels. You've got sweat glands ready to go, and even these teeny tiny hair erector muscles. It's an entire toolkit for temperature control, all packed in there, working together. And the communication between all these parts, it's lightning fast and, brilliantly simple. First, the receptors in your skin and brain sense a change. Instantly, they fire off nerve signals straight to the brain. Then, the brain processes that info and immediately sends commands right back down to what are called the effectors in the skin, so the blood vessels, the sweat glands, the muscles, telling them exactly what to do. Detect, signal, respond. It's this constant, rapid-fire conversation happening all the time. All right. Let's put this whole system to the test. Imagine you're working out, or maybe it's just a scorching hot day. Your internal temperature starts to creep up past that magic 37-degree mark. So what happens next? Your body launches this two-pronged attack to cool you down fast. First, as you can see over here on the left, the hair muscles relax so your hairs lie flat against your skin. Then the sweat glands kick into high gear, releasing sweat. As that sweat evaporates, it literally pulls heat away from you. But at the exact same time, something pretty incredible is happening just beneath the surface. It's a process called vasodilation. Basically, the brain tells all those tiny little arteries in your skin to get wider or dilate. This rushes a ton of warm blood closer to the surface of your skin, which lets the heat just radiate away into the air. This is exactly why your face gets all flushed after a good run. It's your body opening up the windows to vent out all that extra heat. Okay, so now let's just flip the script. Imagine it's a freezing cold winter day and your body temperature starts to drop. Now the system has to do the exact opposite. It has to conserve every last bit of heat it possibly can. The response is just as quick. First, those tiny hair erector muscles contract, pulling your hairs straight up. We all know this as goosebumps. Now, the idea here is to trap a small layer of air right next to the skin, which acts as a natural insulator. It's not super effective for us humans anymore, but it's a crucial evolutionary leftover. And of course, at the same time, sweating stops completely. And remember how vasodilation opened the floodgates for heat to escape? Well, its opposite, vasoconstriction, slams them shut. The arterioles in the skin get the signal to narrow or constrict. This dramatically cuts down the blood flow near the surface, keeping your warm blood deeper inside your core where it's safe. It's why your fingers might look a little pale when you're cold. Your body is pulling all that precious heat inward. But what if that's still not enough? What happens then? That's when your body pulls out its emergency heater, shivering. Your big skeletal muscles start to contract and relax in these super fast, uncontrollable bursts.
These contractions burn a ton of energy through respiration, and a major byproduct of that whole process is heat. So shivering is your body literally making its own heat to fight off the cold. Pretty cool, right?
So this table really just lays it all out perfectly, the two sides of the same coin. When we get hot, the body's response is to sweat, let our hairs lie flat, and widen our blood vessels to release heat. But when we're cold, the total opposite happens. We shiver to make heat, our hairs stand on end to trap heat, and our blood vessels constrict to keep heat in. It's a perfect system of opposing actions, all with one single goal.
All of these different mechanisms we've just talked about are part of a bigger system, this constant, incredible balancing act. It isn't just a series of on-off switches. It's a really dynamic, responsive system that's always working. This entire process is what's known as a negative feedback loop. And if you look at this diagram, you can see exactly how it works. Whether your temperature goes up or it goes down, the system triggers the exact opposite response to counteract that change and pull you right back to that normal 37-degree set point. The effect, cooling down or warming up, always negates the initial problem. It's just this elegant, self-correcting loop that never, ever stops working. And here's the wild part. All of this, the sensing, the signaling, the sweating, the shivering, it all happens automatically, without a single conscious thought from you. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible invisible systems are working overtime to protect you and keep you alive right at this very moment?